Hey there. All right, so today we're going to be doing another portfolio review where we look at just basically we look at the portfolio, we look at how effective it is. So we have to consider the audience that he's trying to attract. But we're going to go ahead and give feedback to try to make this portfolio as effective as it can be. So, first things first, let's go ahead and get started. What I love to do is just do a nice hard refresh, take a look at the response time. I'm just loading the website. That was pretty quick. It did not take that long when I initially loaded it. Or no, it took longer. Okay, I mean everything seems like it's pretty quick. I'm guessing, yep, that's this. I wonder if this size can be reduced. Maybe it might not be worth it. I think everything looks good. Fast, responsive, optimized. It's small file sizes. So let's take a look at the actual portfolio. Equal spacing and mul. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. I'm going to butcher it so badly. Okay, so name up here. You have the name twice. This isn't clickable to go back to home page. We'll click around on the website and see, try to like figure out the flow of this. But why do you have your name twice? Is that necessary? Like why? Why is this relevant? This just looks like extra information. Your name's right here. It's above the fold. I don't think you need this. Here, let me actually take a look at About Me. You don't even keep your name kind of at the top, which I wouldn't. In fact, I would just get rid of this. You can have a little bit of white space, but I just think this is unnecessary. It doesn't serve anybody. Okay, be tech, computer science student. Is that like bachelor's in tech, computer science? Is that just a different way of saying it? Okay, you kept it simple. I like simple. But that's pretty big about me. Okay, enthusiastic kind of person. Why is there a transition here? There is no First of all, this contrast is poor. You're assuming that the person wants to put their mouse over this just to get good contrast, just to be able to read your About Me. And then it goes away? No, they shouldn't have to do this to get good contrast. Just make this black. There's no reason to make it light gray and ruin that contrast. It hurts readability. And in fact, like when you have 5, 6 lines, I can't count. When you have 6 lines, left align it. Naturally, people are used to reading books. That's mainly how we grew up throughout our school systems. We're reading books almost in every single class, every single grade. They're always left aligned. It's an easy transition. So when you get to the end of the line, you go right back and your eyes can go exactly to the first letter and it goes just a little bit faster because you can trust that whatever's aligned with the line that you were just reading, that's going to be the next line. And you could start here. So you naturally, like our eyes just naturally go to the left side of the paragraph. It aligns with the line above it. Easier to read. So this shouldn't be centered. I don't know why you centered this. I have a good analytical and logical reasoning skills. I've good. Okay, so we have some grammar to work on. I've good. I have no, we don't. I have some grammar to work on. I've good leadership skills. So that translates to I have good leadership. This just reads weird, does it not? I'm a good team player. I love making strategies for completing some particular task. This reads weird. This is not native English, and that's okay. But here's my recommendation for people that don't have English as their primary language. Like, have someone where English is their primary language. Just proofread it. They don't need to be good with grammar or punctuation. It would help. But, like, when they start tripping up on certain sentences, it might mean that the sentences might just not read well, and it can be jarring. And so even if someone trips up on your words, that can be effective feedback. So I would have other people just kind of proofread this and read it out loud to you, actually. Achievements. Okay, so you brought some green into this. Oh, you have some green there, I guess. Are you just Are you trying to bring color into it? So what this green is going to do is emphasize probably where you have it. I don't know if the green that you placed here, it doesn't seem like it was strategically placed. It looks like you kind of put it on some headers, but you're not even being consistent. Now you just have it with normal paragraph text. You have it for a period. Like, what are you doing with the green? How are you, like, it should emphasize something. Are you sure that you've thought about everything that you're trying to emphasize wherever you put it? Just keep that in mind. It's going to captivate the user. You just want to place it strategically. And I'm not convinced like just surrounding headers is an effective use of bringing in this color. Achievements, same here. These shouldn't require transitions to be readable. I mean, like, the text isn't that bad. This is a lot of nothing. This achievements, what is this? I actually don't know what this is. Public school. These are rankings. 12th, B Tech. Is this kind of just like high school years? Or I'm guessing this might not be in the United States, this type of education, but like a lot of this is irrelevant. Like, people want to see your experience, not necessarily achievements of completing an education. That doesn't provide a lot of value for people. It doesn't provide a story. It doesn't provide context for how you got there or like what you actually achieved. Achievements should show what you've created, what you've done, what value you've provided. This doesn't provide any value. So I'm literally like, this is not as relevant as like a portfolio. This is less relevant. This is a hell of a lot less relevant. Like, this is just a space taker, is it? How did I want to say that? I didn't want to say it like that. This takes up space for no reason. It provides no value. What are these benchmarks? These are meaningless. These are benchmarks based on your own perspective. Like your own perspective. Like, most people that put these benchmarks, very often they rate themselves higher than what they really are if like you were to have someone else rate them, like their manager, their supervisor. That's why they're so meaningless. And I really think you're better off telling a story. Like, this about me provides more value because it provides a little bit of just a unique perspective into you, how you think, what's important to you. You even talk about like some of the languages you like working with, and then you repeat it. There's no reason for that. Oh, I did forget one thing though. I like this image. I really like this image. It looks professional. You look good in it. I don't know why your hair's cut off. This looks weird. I don't know if you were trying to align it with this. Don't do that. Bring it back. Like let the top of your head breathe and cut this off. I think that's completely fine. And I wonder if I would align it with this. What do you align it with? Like the bottom of this or the bottom of this text? I don't know. I would try aligning it to, I don't know what I would align it to. That's weird. This is just weird. I don't know why this is there. Let's see, my work. Okay, screenshots of this. There's no reason not to have screenshots. I think really, I think it's healthy to expect people to drop off your website before they even hit this. And if there's a miracle that they finally get to your work and you don't even, you don't have any screenshots to capture their attention, you're kind of just encouraging them to, you're not giving them enough incentive to stay at this point. Like, they've had to scroll through all of this just to be able to see your experience. And then it's like, so here's my recommendation. Show a screenshot, show a live link, show a link to your source control, whether it's GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, whatever you want to use. Like, more of my projects on GitHub. We'll link the GitHub to these projects. So it could be a button, however you want to do that, but like a live link to the actual project. Because this looks like it's linking directly to the project itself, right? Okay, at least you're opening a new tab. If you have projects, I think it's fine to show, that's fine. GitHub's fine to link. I don't think it needs to be this giant button. Like, you're actually putting more emphasis on this button than you are of these projects. These projects are phenomenally valuable to employers, to clients. This is what people want to see. And This is so underemphasized. It's not even funny. Like, okay, so just to bring it back, live link to the website, a screenshot of your app or whatever it does, as well as a link to the source control. So people that care about it can check out your code. Contact. Okay, this is a mail too. Cool. Phone. Shouldn't this be clickable? Right? Isn't that a pretty common thing now? Like your phone number? Whether it opens up with Skype or whatever your default setting is for your computer. Like, a lot of people just set that, but it still should be clickable. GitHub, CodePen, LinkedIn, Twitter. I think these are all fine. It's really simple. I think you have like all the basic stuff that you need, but you need to showcase your projects more, and you need more projects, frankly. Like some people feel like the projects aren't good enough, so they'll say, if you want to see more projects, check out my CodePen, check out my GitHub. But like if I don't know, I almost think they're not like, I think it's worth having a link to your GitHub, but not encouraging people to go off of your website to look at your code on GitHub. I don't think that's a good experience. Like you're taking people that are looking at this section, right? And they are interested in your projects because they're looking at this section, they're looking through it. This is your primary call to action. I'm going to take myself away from this portfolio that should be providing me tons of context and give me a better idea of what you can do and like the problems that you've solved and like how you got there and sharing your process behind that. But this is my primary call to action to go to your GitHub and your code. So I think the emphasis, like, I don't know why this is a giant button. I don't know why this is colored green. I just think this is unnecessary. I think you should emphasize this more. This is going to be powerful. You should emphasize this more. You should emphasize it sooner in your portfolio. It is way too far down. Let's see. Yeah, none of this needs to transition. Like, there's no interaction that can happen with it. So all this text, or most of it, it looks like you had that transition effect, and it doesn't need to have it. Okay, let us actually just click through some of this. Achievements. I like the slow transition. It's nice and smooth. It's a minimalist website. I think you didn't use too many colors. I think overall the contrast is decent. It looks pretty clean. I like it. And then contact. Cool. Let's check out mobile. Let's just do a hard refresh for fun. What? Hello? What's going on with this link? Hello? Where'd it go? Okay. So a little work to be done on the navigation, right? So when you have a lot of links in a navigation, typically like the default way to handle that is a hamburger menu or some sort of menu that unhides the content of your navigation, and then it hides it when you click on it again. I think you have too many links. I think it's time to condense this into some sort of hideable and unhideable word. Some version of that with your navigation. I like that this is pretty small. I think that is small. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Holy, that is small. That's just me? That's 17? There's no way that's 17. That is. Why does that look so... Like, if I saw this on a phone, that is really hard to read. That text is too small, and it almost looks like it's... You have weird alignment. What is going on with this alignment? Have consistent alignment on the left and right side of Your whole page. Whoa. Okay, so we have some weird align. You know what? You know what? This feels like a Chrome glitch. This definitely feels like a... I'm not going to dive into your media queries or how you're choosing to make this responsive. Maybe it's not a Chrome glitch. Just verify. Just ignore this information if you're not seeing any of these weird effects. There we go. Now it... See, that could have been a Chrome thing. I just think the way that you made this responsive might be a little broken, actually. And this is a more common thing than you might think. I still think this should be condensed. This is hard to read. The text is small. This text is really small. All of this is really small and hard to read. My work, accomplishments. Wait. What? Oh, achievements. What's the difference between accomplishments and a... What? Achievements, achievement. This is like a main header and this is a subheader? Why? This is text that doesn't matter. This doesn't give me any context. Accomplishments. This isn't accomplishments. This is work. This is experience. These aren't accomplishments. So talk about your experience, whether it's projects. I would just label it experience, and I'd get rid of this and just put experience here. Like, left align this. This doesn't need to be center aligned. You left align this. All really small text. And we talked about the alignment for the rest of this stuff. Okay, so cool. Let's sum this up. Actually, one more thing I just want to... Okay, transition is about the same on mobile. I wonder if I would speed that transition up. Feels slow. Maybe that's just me being impatient. Okay, so what do I think about this website? Oh, one more thing. One more thing. I almost forgot. Hello? Hello? Ah, man. See, Chrome and DevTools can be a little buggy like this. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether it's Chrome DevTools or it's how they chose for their website to be responsive. Like when you do this, you have different effects, then you do a refresh. To me, that tells me like some of the responsiveness might be coming through JavaScript or like weird overrides through CSS and media queries. But what did I want to do? I lost my train of thought. I haven't the slightest clue. My mind... What the heck is this? Okay, this looks broken. Okay, that's it. We're going to go into this summary. Because I completely forgot what I was going to say. It was good, too. Okay, so minimalist website. I'm a huge fan of that. I think portfolios in general should be that, especially when you don't have a breadth or a variety of projects, or you don't have a lot of experience. I think getting right to the point is a strategy that's going to be a very strong strategy. So in that sense, I think you have too much information on this website. Like I said, I think this is relevant. I think a little insight, I don't know. You could talk a little bit about this and then get rid of all of your skills. But I think people want to understand how you work as a developer. What kind of person are you to work with? Enthusiastic is good. I like to learn new things, easily adapt myself to new environments and surrounding. That's really good. I think this is a good sentence. I think this is actually stronger than I see with a lot of about me's. But this is important. This is irrelevant. And this is irrelevant. Get rid of those. Or put it in a kind of a smaller space on your website. Your portfolio should come a little bit sooner. This is more important. Put more emphasis on this, less on this button. Get rid of these headers. We talked about that. Transitions are pretty fast with here. It's a clean website, good contrast overall. Some areas to work on that a little bit, especially with the interactivity and increasing the contrast. That's not a natural thing. Should not expect your user to have to do that. But overall, it looks pretty good. I think alignment is pretty good overall. Readability is good. Contrast is good. What else? I think this is phenomenal. It's a really good professional picture of you. I think that makes us much, much stronger. It helps people relate to you a little bit quicker and let their guard down. Mobile looks pretty good, a little bit condensed. This is irrelevant. Overall, I think this is a really good job. If I were to jump into this portfolio, here's the last piece of feedback. If I were to jump into this portfolio, I would say screw the rest of it. Like, who cares what he said? But what I would do, my experience, my projects look empty. They look like I have very, very little experience. One, I'm going to increase the emphasis and provide the right types of links to give employers or clients a window into my process, into the problem that I was trying to solve, what makes this project interesting, unique, and potentially relatable to a project that employer has worked on at that company. Or just, I would put more emphasis on this, and that might even be working on more complex projects that solve real problems and provide real value. And that's even it could provide value to you or users, like a user base you build up that loves using that web app that you just built, or not web app. I see Java Swing. It might be something else, but that app that you built. I think showcasing what value can provide through more complex projects and emphasizing this more, that is your number one next move that will make this portfolio so much stronger. Whew. That was a rant. All right, that is it. If you like this review and you found it helpful, please leave or just like the video. And if you, or just leave a comment below. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you want to get a review from me, I do these all the time. Just tweet at me, developerdon.tv. It's my Twitter, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just tweet at me, but we'll do more of these. So thanks so much for submitting this. I'm looking forward to hearing your kind of experience with getting that next position, and I hope it goes well for you. See ya.